Yes, hello everyone. Am I audible? Just write yes or no in the chat box if I'm audible. Yes, guys, am I audible? Yes, just give me a confirmation if I'm audible. Write yes or no in the chat box so that we can start with our webinar. All right. I hope I'm audible. Yes, good morning, Gaurav. Okay, so today's webinar is based on building interactive web applications using React.js, right? And let me give my brief introduction first. My name is Pranshu Rathor, and I work as a technical manager for Selected.com. Right. So let me share my screen first of all, and let me know, guys, if my screen is visible. Just write yes and no in the chat box. If my screen is visible to everyone, just a confirmation, yes or no. All right, all right. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, now let's start with our today's topic, right? So building web applications using React JS, right? So let me first of all give you a brief what is React JS. So React JS is basically a library of JavaScript for building interactive UIs, right? And what is an UI? Look, a UI means user interface. That means a front end you see on any website, right? So you can create web apps using React.js. You can create websites using React.js. All right. So let me first tell you about the tooling part, which tool we are going to use to build this application, our application. So we are going to use Vite. Okay. So Vite, you can go visit its website and you can see. Okay, so it is the build tool for the web. And through this tool, we're going to create a React application. Right. So let's get started. And for that, I'll just create a folder on my desktop. Okay, and today we are going to build, let us say, advice app. Okay, so I'm naming my folder as advice app. Okay, I'll just tell you what this advice app does. Okay, there is already a folder name. Okay, okay. So advice, simply advice. Okay, so what this app does, you will click a button and this will give you a random advice. Okay, so whenever you are going to click a button on this website, it will give you a random advice for the day. Okay, so whenever you are going to click buttons as many times as you want, it will give you a different advice every time. So for this app, we are going to use an API. Okay, so we are going to use advice API, right? So you can search on Google advice API. So it will give you an API. Okay, an advice API. Okay, this page is loading. Okay, so I hope everyone got the idea behind this application, what we are going to build today. Just write yes or no in the chat box. Okay, so you can see that this page is loaded and you can see this is our URL. Okay, so what we will do, we will send a request from our application to this URL. So let me copy this URL. So control copy and I'll paste it here on my browser, and when I enter, okay, it is this API is taking some time. Okay, let's wait for it to load. So whenever we will hit this API, okay, so it will give you advice, random advice. Okay, so advice is coming always blocked roles, and again, if I refresh it, so what's stopping you? It's another advice. Okay, and if I refresh, so be brave even if you are not pretend to be. No one can tell the difference. Okay, so whenever I'm sending request again and again to this API, it is giving me a random advice, right? Okay, now let's build the app first. So I'll open this folder in VS Code. Okay, so I guess I don't have VS Code installed. So Visual Studio Code, or we can also use CodeSandbox. Okay, so CodeSandbox. Okay, it is an online editor. Okay, for creating applications. So we can use this online tool also. So you can click on React, right? So I'll just download this also. Okay, for Windows. Okay, so it is downloading. Till then, we can make our application on CodeSandbox, and I'll also tell you how you can build it on VS Code on your local system. Right. So you can see my preview is loading, and this is the basic application of React, which CodeSandbox gives you. Okay, these are my code files. So public folder is there. Okay, then source folder is there, app.js file is there, index.js is there, and package.json is there. Right. So you can see when I click on run, okay, so you can see output is coming, hello code sandbox, and start editing to see the magic happen. Right, you can delete this H2. We don't need this H2. Okay, I can simply delete it. Okay, it is telling me to sign in. Okay, or else I'll just install my VS Code for this. We can also sign in here. Okay, sign in with Google. Continue. Okay, so now you can see, try again. Okay, now let us edit this app. So I'll delete this H2, and here is, we can save this. Okay, it is taking a bit time. Why this VS Code is not opening? Okay, it is already running, I guess. Okay, we will install the VS Code next. Okay, next, next, and click on next, install. So VS Code is installing. I guess Code Sandbox is having some error. Let us refresh this page. Okay, so now you can see I'm getting the output here, and if I click on, if I save this, so okay, it is installing the dependencies for React app, and you can see hello code sandbox is coming. So you can also edit this file here, right? You can make HTML tags. So for learning React, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are must. Okay, so you should have basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, as well as JavaScript to work on React. So CodeSandbox is an online code editor, you can say. So if you want to play with React, you want to uh, do some learning purposes, so you can do it here. Or else you can develop React application on your local system using Visual Studio Code and Vite. So how our app is going to look, I'll just give you an idea. So we are going to make, okay, the heading will be advice app. Okay. Then we are going to build a button. Right. So button name will be get advice. Okay. So this is our button. And then we will have a H2. Okay. So in this H2, we will see the advice, whichever advice is coming, right? So now for calling the API, that means this API, okay, we need a package in React.js, okay, a third-party package, extra package. So we can search those packages here in the dependencies part. So I can search for Axios. So Axios is a package that we will use, right, to call the APIs. Okay, I guess it is not coming. Axios. Okay, Visual Studio Code is also installed. Let us finish. Let us expand this tab, and here it is coming Axios, right? So you can see that package is installed, Axios package. So you can make use of it. Okay, I'll tell you on the VS Code part also. Let us just minimize this for a bit. Right. So here you can import that package. So import Axios from Axios, right? So I have installed and imported that package in my app.js file. Now what I need to do, okay, I need to call that API. So for calling that API, what I will do, I will make a function. So function by using function keyword. So function get advice. Okay. So this function will call that API and get me the latest advice. Right. Let us give curly braces here. Now we will make a constant. So const and let us name it as response. Okay, we will get a response from the API, and let us make this function asynchronous. Okay, why I'm making this function asynchronous? Because request will go from this app and it will get me advice, so it will take some time, right? So if things take time in JavaScript, so we make them asynchronous by using async keyword, right? So here I will await it. Okay, so whichever thing is taking time, we will wait for it. So that is why I'm using await keyword. And then I can make use of Axios package. So I will write Axios. Then inside Axios, I have get method. Okay, so we have to get the advice from the URL. So that is why I'm using get method. And now what I can do, I can just simply copy this URL. Okay, and I can paste it here, right? So now what we need to do? Okay, we will make another constant, that is advice. Okay, is equals to, and in the advice, what we will store? Okay, for storing the advice, we will make use of a state, right? So in React, we have states for storing things. Okay, just like variables in other programming languages, in React we have states. So I will make one constant and let us destructure it. So advice, we will get a advice, and we will make one setter function, set advice. Okay, is equals to. Then we will use the use state hook. So use state. Okay, and you can see it is auto imported from React. So React have states. So use state, and we will just give it a empty strings. Okay, so this is the default value of our variable advice, right? Now here I can set that as advice. So set advice, right? And here what I have to set is response dot data. Okay. So in response, we will get the data, and inside the data, you can see I have a slip object, and inside the slip object, I have this advice, right? So we have to write two more things. So response dot data dot slip dot advice. Okay. And now what we can do on clicking this button, we can give the on click event, and in this on click event, I will get the advice function, and here I can render my advice. So I will give curly braces and I will write advice here. Okay, so as simple as that. So now if I click this button, get advice. So you can see advice is coming. Don't take life too seriously, right? And if I click this button again, so you can see another advice is coming if I click it again. So now you can see I'm getting random advice every time I'm clicking this button, right? Okay, sometimes it will take some time, okay, to respond from this API. Okay, but don't worry, it will work fine when we'll make it in an app, right? So I guess everyone got the idea of this application. Any doubts? Okay, this is not a course. I'm just giving you a demo on React. Okay, we will just simply click a button and our advice will come every time. Right? Did you got the idea of the app? Learn from your mistakes. Okay, state the problem in words. Just write yes or no in the chat box. Then I will tell you how you can implement this application in our local system using VS Code. Just close this sandbox here and close this Vite tooling also. Okay, now I'll show you the VS Code implementation part. Right. So I'll close this VS Code and now I will open this folder, simply in this folder in VS Code. So you can see VS Code icon is there. So I will simply drag and drop this folder on VS Code. Right. Let us expand this window. So you can see Copilot is the pilot. I don't need it. Let us, yes, I trust the others. And just close the welcome screen also. So you can see an empty folder is opened inside this VS Code. Okay, that means advice folder. Now, what we need to do, I told you that we have to use Vite tooling to create a React app. So for that, you can go to terminal. Okay, so terminal is here. You can click on new terminal. Okay, so terminal is loading. Okay, I'll just put on my charger. All right. So now inside a terminal, you have to write one command. Okay, you can also do along with me if you are doing. So npm, okay, and create then Vite at latest. Okay, and I guess Node is also installed is not installed in my system. Okay, so what we need to do first, we need to install Node in your system. Okay, so Node is very essential to create React apps. So I'll just search for Node. Okay, I'll just click on Node.js. So you have to get Node.js for running JavaScript inside your system. Okay, so I'm doing everything from scratch. Okay, so that you can build React applications from zero, right? So that is why I've also installed VS Code in front of you, and I'll also install and download Node in front of you so that you can get everything very crystal and clear. Okay, so if you see, if I run this command, okay, so my terminal will tell me that npm is not recognized as an internal command, I guess. So we need to install Node, right? Okay, let us see first what this command tells us. So you can see npm is not recognized. Okay, so some of you might get this error. Okay, because what is the error? You don't have Node installed. Okay, so Node is very essential. So you can download this Windows installer. It will take just a few minutes to install, so don't worry. Okay, so Node is downloaded. You can just simply click on the installer. Okay, so let me give you the brief of Node also. So why we are installing Node? Because we want to run JavaScript inside our system. Okay, so to run JavaScript inside your system, you need Node, right? Just like you need JDK for running Java code inside your system. Okay, so just like JDK, we have Node for JavaScript. So accept the terms, click on next, click on next. Okay, click on next. Uh, okay, don't select this option, necessary tools. Okay, so okay, let us select this option because Vite will be automatically installed. Okay, let us click on install. So if you okay, click on yes. Okay, so if you go to Node.js front page also, so you can see why we use Node to run JavaScript everywhere. Okay. So Node is a cross-platform. You can run JavaScript inside Mac, Linux, Windows environment. Okay, so we close this and let us see. Okay, it is installing. So copying new files. It will take just a little bit of time. So you can see Node has been successfully installed. Just click on finish. Okay, now I guess my PowerShell will open to install the necessary tools. Okay, press any key to continue. Okay, let us press. So you can see it is installing additional tools for Node. Just click on yes, so it will open my PowerShell. Okay, and just wait for a little time. Okay, it will start automatically. Till then, we can try this command once again. Okay, so npm create Vite at latest. So okay, we have to rerun our VS Code. So I'll just open this advice folder once again inside VS Code. Now go to, okay, terminal is already open. Okay, here let us write that command once again, npm create Vite at latest. Okay, so now you will get another error that running scripts is disabled on the system. Okay, so many of you might get this error. Okay, if you are using the node for the first time. So we also have solution for this. Okay, you just have to go to Google and you just search here running scripts is disabled on system npm. Okay, so it will give you a command. Okay, set execution policy. So you just have to copy that command and paste it in your PowerShell and run that PowerShell as an administrator. Okay, so you can see set execution policy command is coming. Okay, and just copy this command simply. Okay, I'll just copy this command. Okay, so copy it. Then search for PowerShell. So PowerShell. Okay, so it is coming with PowerShell. And don't forget to run as administrator. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, if you don't run it as administrator, so you cannot enable scripts, right? You can see which system 32 folder is open, and I can paste my command here, set execution policy, scope we are giving current user. Okay, and execution policy, we are giving it as remote signed. Let us hit enter. Okay, so it is asking you to change. So we will yes to all. So you have to press A and hit enter. So now you can see that we have set the scripts enabled on this system. Now let us close it. No need to do it again. Okay, PowerShell is still running. Now once again I'll hit npm create Vite address. Okay, so now you can see need to install the following packages Vite, right? So it is asking us to install Vite tooling. So we will click Y. Okay, so now it's asking you the project name. So for the project name, I am giving dot slash, that means the current folder. Now you can select the library or framework you want. So by up and down arrow keys, you can select. So I am selecting React here. Okay, then which language we have to use? Have to use the JavaScript. Okay, use roll down Vite. It is experimental, so you can select no. No, we do not want to experiment anything. Then install with npm and start now. Then click yes. So now you can see this Vite tooling have created the React app inside my folder. Okay, just like we have seen on CodeSandbox. So on CodeSandbox also we have public folder. Okay, we have source folder. So here also it is giving us the same files and folders, right? Okay, it will just take a little time to install and it will automatically start our application, right? So guys, if you have any, can you please explain for Linux environment also? The same steps are there for Linux environment also. Okay, so no need to worry, right? So same steps we have to follow for Linux environment. Same commands are there. Okay, npm create Vite at latest, right? For Mac users also the same process is there. Okay, nothing different is there, right? So okay, PowerShell still open. It is installing the dependencies. Okay, let us wait for them to install. Okay, close this. Add. Okay, now you can see that it has given you an URL that is localhost 5173. And if you control and click this URL, okay, so you can see this URL is open and you will get the boilerplate code for React template, right? You can see Vite logo is there, React logo is there, and it have also created a counter also for you, right? So you can see if you click on this buttons, so the counter is increasing, right? So what we need to do now, we need to clean our template a little bit. I don't need all these things. So what I will do, okay, I just clear up my project folder. Okay, the defaults which I don't need. So you can see public folder is there. So inside public folder, we have this Vite logo, Vite.svg, this logo. So we don't need this. You can simply delete it. Okay. Then we have assets folder. Inside asset folder, we have this React icon you can see. So we don't need this also. So okay, delete this asset folder. Okay, we don't need any CSS. So app.css, delete this app.css also. Then index.css, we don't need any default styling. So delete all the CSS part. So you will see that if we refresh it, okay, we don't have any CSS. Now inside app.jsx also, we will delete everything. Okay, every default code. And now here, what we need to do, we need to make a component. Okay. So what are components in React? Components are simply functions in React. So I will make one function. Okay. And function name will be app. Okay, our application. And what we need to return here, we can return any component here, right? That means any element. And here I will give one h1, h1. Okay, it is not auto completing it. I'll make it manually. So hello world. And what we need to do now, we need to export this app because it is calling in the main file. Okay. So I will not waste my time explaining you how React works. Okay, so you can see app is imported here. So we need to export it from here. So I will write the export keyword. So export default and app. Right. So now you can see everything will work fine. And if I refresh it, why it is refreshing? Okay, we are getting an error. Let us see what. Okay, okay. My files are not saved. Okay, so let us click this auto save feature. Okay, so my files will get auto saved whenever I write any code. So you can see hello world is coming, right? So now here what we will do, we will do the same thing. We will give one heading, advice app. Okay, and you can see it is changed instantly as I write my code. So advice app. Then what we need to do, we need to make one button. Okay, so this is a tag. Okay, inside this button, we need to write get advice. Okay, and after clicking this button, we will see one advice. So I will make one h2 element, and inside this h2 element, we will give our advice, whichever advice is coming. Right now, what is the next thing? We need that package that I've shown you, or CodeSandbox. Okay, so I'll close my server for a little, and now I will write one more command, npm install. Okay, so you have to write I short for install. So npm install, we need Axios package, right? So you guys might be wondering what is this npm. Okay, so you can search here in the Google. So npm is Node Package Manager. Okay, so if you need any third party packages, okay, so you can go to npm website and here you can search for packages. So there are a lot of packages. Just like we have libraries in Python, we have NumPy, Pandas for data science. So just like we have npm registry, here you find the packages to do different works in JavaScript, right? So we are using Axios package, right? You can search Axios package here, and you can see what is Axios. So Axios is a promise-based HTTP client for browser and Node.js. So we can send HTTP request to any URL using this Axios. Installing it, you can see the command also npm i Axios. Okay, so it is the same command that I have ran just now, right? So you can see my package is installed. So I will run my server once again. So for running the server, you have to write the command npm run dev. So you can see that your server is now running once again. Okay, and everything is coming fine. So now we will import that package. So just write the import keyword. Okay, so import Axios from Axios, right? And once again, what I will do, I will make one function. Okay, So function name will be get advice. Okay. And inside this function, what we will do? We will first of all make this function asynchronous. As I told you, things which will take time. So we will make them asynchronous in JavaScript. Then what is the next step? You have to make one constant, a variable. So I will name this variable as response is equals to. Now we will wait for the operation. So that is why I am using await keyword. And what is the operation? Axios.get. So Axios package have get method, okay, which will get the information from the URL which we will give. So you can copy this URL. So, okay, so this is the URL from where we need to get the information, and you can paste it here simply. Right. Now, what is the next step? We have to save the advice. Okay, first of all, let us console log the advice, the response. Okay. So on CodeSandbox, I haven't console logged it. So here now you will see how in how which type our response is coming, right? So inside this button, we will give that event. So on click, okay. So on clicking this button, we need to call this function get advice. Okay. So now let us open the console part also. So you can click on inspect, and you can go to console. You can see many errors are coming. So don't worry, just hit Control R. So now you can see all errors are gone. I have just refreshed my page. Now you can click on get advice. Okay, I guess I'll refresh it once again. Okay, I'll click on get advice. Okay, so you can see advice is coming, right? I can expand this object, and you can see inside this we have data. Okay, so inside the data you will get that advice. So inside the data we have this another slip object, and inside the slip we have that advice. Okay, so we just save this advice inside one state. So as I told you, in React we have states, okay, to store information. So here what we can do, we can make one state. So I will write const keyword. So const, and we can destructure that state. So first thing that we get from state is advice. Then second thing that we will get is get advice. So okay, it is a function through which we will change this variable, and we will use state. Okay, so it is coming from React. You can see it is auto imported by VS Code. You use state, and which default value we will give here? Empty strings. Okay, we don't want anything. Now what I can do, I can make use of advice variable here. Okay, so to write JavaScript inside HTML in React, you can use curly braces, right? So that is why I put curly braces and pass this advice variable here. Okay. So now whenever advice variable is setted through the setter function, okay, it will get auto updated. So this is how React works. Okay, so you don't need to do it manually, just like vanilla JavaScript. So we don't do down manipulation. Okay. Whenever this state will change, okay, it will render the component automatically. Now I will make use of the set advice function. And here we will just pass response. Inside the response, we have data. Inside the data, we have slip object. And inside the slip object, we have our advice. Okay. So now everything is set. If I click on get advice now, so you can see get advice YOLO. Everything matters, but nothing matters that much. Okay, so it is a good advice. When faced with a choice, do both. Okay. Sometimes API will take some time. As I told you, this operation will take some time. So it will not happen instantly. Sometime it will take some time. So I'm clicking this button, you can see. Okay, advice, we are fetching the advice, but it is taking a little bit of time because this API is free. Okay, So it will give you a lot of latency when you will use it for free. Okay, just click on get advice. So this is how we can, you can see stop using advices are coming. Gratitude, best nights, okay. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Okay. So this is how I can't see face and learn React, sir. Yeah. Screen is not sharing. I shared my screen. Screen is not visible. I guess it is visible. Okay, I'll just share my screen once again. Just had a little bit of network issue today at my home, so that is why it will take some buffering time. Right? Okay, so this is how you can create a React app. Okay, I'll just give you this code also. Okay, so you can copy this code on CodeSandbox. Okay, just as I shown you in earlier. Okay, so I'll share this code using code share. So you can get this code by clicking on the link which I'm sharing right now. Okay, so share code now. I'll paste it here and click on share. Copy this link. Okay, guys. Okay. No issues. I'm giving you the code. Okay. So if you haven't seen the code, so don't worry. So this is the link of the code. You can visit this link and get the code here. Code from here, right? Okay, and you can play with this code by pasting it on CodeSandbox, which I have shown you earlier in the live, right? So the guys who have joined late, so don't worry, you can see the recording again. Okay, and earlier I have shown this project on CodeSandbox. Just copy the code and paste on the CodeSandbox, and it will work as it is, right? Just don't forget to install Axios on CodeSandbox. That's it. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you have any doubts, you can clear it with me. Any doubt, guys? So clear with me right now. Then we can end this webinar. Okay, and don't forget to attend the quiz. Right, to get the certificate, you have to attend the quiz. So link is pinned on the chat box. Okay, right. Okay, guys. Are the quiz links all the same? Yes. Don't confuse. We just paste it many times so that you can click on any link and get the quiz. Right. Okay, guys. So I hope you understood what is React and how React works. Okay. So hope you see in our next webinar. Okay, with the same energy and excitement. So thank you guys for being my audience, and hope to see you in our next webinar. So thank you guys.